Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and Josh and I are doing a no-run-through review for Petty Officers, the newest signature series to Detective: A Modern Crime board game. First and foremost, we're gonna try to avoid... These ones are hard to do. Spoilers. Yeah, there's most likely going to be spoilers here, but we...
Spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning, potentially. But we will try our best to not ruin it. But I love Detective: A Modern Crime board game.
It's very good.
If I had to do like a top 10 genres of games, these types of games are most likely top 3 at the very least. Just
love a good mystery,
right? Mysteries, whodunits, and Portal Games with Detective has just knocked it out of the park with every single one that we've done. Like you had done the just one of the regular box set cases, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then they came out with a season series where I think there were three cases in one, and one of them was. Did you ever watch Knives Out with Rian Johnson?
No, I have not seen it.
Really, really good. You should check it out. It's kind of based off of... It's not based off that. I think they had the case written before that movie came out, but that's kind of what it is.
Gotcha.
And so they do this signature series where they basically get named designers to go in and write a case for the game. And the first one for it was called something... Off the top of my head. Luckily I have this sexy ass laptop. Detective, Modern Crime. It was called... Jesus. It's called something.
It's called Detective...
Dig Deeper is what it's called.
Ooh.
And then, so this one, and that one was fantastic, and I meant to do a review over that, but I think my audio wasn't on, so I ended up not talking about it.
You're like, I'm not doing this again.
So, Petty Officers I had no idea what this was about.
I thought it was a cool, clever play on words.
It really is, because pets are involved in this game. You have essentially 5 different pets. You have Cleo, which is a cat, Ola, which is a parrot. You got Texas, a German Shepherd, Betty, the Beagle, and then Snowflake, the albino ferret.
The long bunny.
And the game is broken up into 3 acts, really 2. But totally takes a pretty decent twist that I wasn't expecting.
Act 2 had a very, very delightful twist.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, definitely don't want to spoil that part, but these signature series are really unique. I like the different takes from different designers. You can't ever really tell that what designer was doing it. Mm-hmm. They don't really put like their own twist on it. But this one was incredibly fun, had a interesting aspect of the overall story. Not necessarily my favorite story, but it wasn't like so on the nose.
Yeah.
You know, where you're absolutely looking for you're always looking for a motive, but it's not... I don't know. It wasn't so obvious.
No, yeah. We had the dig, and even then, there were at points in the case where like we're reaching. It
really felt like it, but at the same time, the game really kind of guided you through.
Absolutely.
Through the entire story, you almost look at all the cards, which is something you normally don't get to do. And a lot of these games happen to have it to where you miss a whole bunch, and then you go to answer the questions, and you're like wrong on every single one of them, and you're like, well, I didn't really get to look at anything just because of the time constraints. But this one didn't have that.
No, yeah, we got what was it? 20? We got 29 out of 30. Mm-hmm. We had 1 stress.
Yeah, we had 1 stress. And it took just as long as any of the other ones, and you're involved the entire time.
Absolutely.
So, Petty Officers is, I guess I can just, I mean, the case is you're a man was mauled, like a menagerie circus performer, animal act circus performer, was attacked by a tiger, and they even call the tiger the suspect.
Yeah.
And your goal is to either figure out if the tiger did do it, like did he do it, and you actually question the tiger.
You get Dr. Doolittle involved. It was pretty cool. That's
the cool twist.
It's a whole licensing thing. I don't know how they did it. Robert Downey Jr. voiced his own character.
I was going Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I know.
I went with the good Doolittle. Doolittle 2. In fact, what you really do is we have these other pets. There's a secret pet. It's the guinea pig that was voiced by Chris Rock. And
they have audio. It has audio. It was great. It's
unfortunately, Portal Games is out of business because they spent all their money
to get Chris Rock and Eddie Murphy
to really just do a few lines. It was fantastic.
They said a single syllable of a word, and that was the whole game.
That was it. Yeah. But yeah, you're trying to figure out whether the tiger actually just did a freak accident and mauled the guy, or if there was some mischievous
if there was an ulterior effect that caused it to happen.
Yeah. Not going to tell you which is which, but it definitely rides that line. I feel like the entire time.
Oh yeah, we were like,
I'm like, maybe the tiger just fucking hated this guy. It happens. You see it all the time. I mean, there's that case, I think it was in early 2000s, of that chimp who ripped that woman's face off.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that just happens.
Harambe, it just...
That's true.
Bad parenting.
All Harambe did was nothing. Yeah. And never forget. Never forget.
No,
2022 at this point. Yeah, never gonna fret. Hey, it's 2022 and you have 22 notifications.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Make a wish. Open mouth kiss me.
So both acts are really delightful, completely different from one another, and then the third act does something that actually none of the other ones that has done. Is over both acts you collect a bunch of evidence.
A lot
of evidence, separate from one another, and third act essentially calls back to all that, and that kind of gives you more information. But that's all you really get in the third act, so you can't continue to search. But you're given a lot of time. But they do another really cool thing where in Act 2 you get options, but you can only ever choose one of those options.
Yeah, it's kept giving you one, or what was it? I think the most they ever gave us was 4 options, but you're only allowed to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not allowed to come back to the previous selection of options unless another card's all right, go back to this card.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was like a rabbit hole.
Yeah, and that was a cool twist. I do like the fact that you get to call back things you have found, because sometimes these games you just have so many cards and so many papers and so many notes that you're okay, I know that name was mentioned, but where the hell is it? And you try to find it.
This dude's sister's brother's daughter's grandmother.
Which would really just be her father's mom.
Absolutely.
But, yeah, and then you have to try and retain all that and then go back and draw the connections. I mean, this game very much has you want the cork board and then the It's Always Sunny, insane look.
It's connected.
Yeah. But it was really cool that you got to set that stuff aside, and then Act 3, it's just hey, read the back of this card, and then look through your inspection file, and then this gives you other information. And then you just go fill out the final report.
And then, the pets got to do super useful things throughout.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a cute little twist.
It's so delightful. This one, out of all the ones, if you're wanting to play these kinds of games with your family and you have, younger kids, not 2
No, yeah.
But if you have I don't know. You're going to know if your kid can grasp it. But if you have younger kids, this is one of the cases that
Absolutely.
I think really fits in a family-friendly atmosphere, where it wasn't some 11-year-old who found in a ditch and it's some horrible he was beheaded, and you're just oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What sick sociopath wrote this.
Yeah, the victim didn't die. He was just attacked. So, like, there's no real hard, like, real, like, life-changing things to tell your kids about.
Yeah.
What does murder mean?
Yeah. What happens when we die? It's like, oh no, what do I do? Yeah. And I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, the animals. You mentioned that the animals have different like abilities.
Yeah.
They do. But you never have to specifically be like, okay, time to use a pet. Okay, which one should we do? Because a lot of games could easily do that, where it's like, okay, which pet do you think? And then you pick one, and then it's like, if you didn't do it with this one, nothing happens. No, you just basically have 5 tokens, spend it, and then it tells you what animal did it.
Yeah.
And these animals are, like, insanely skilled.
Fucking each of them intelligence of 10. They're like as smart as people.
Right. But I thought it was pretty cute. Do they even wear clothes? Betty has.
They all have outfits on. All of them do.
Okay.
If you want to count a collar as an outfit, they each have like Texas has a vest, like a tactical vest, because he's a
military dog, military working dog.
She's got like a detective's
Snowflake
cloak.
has it looks like a tie or like an ascot. They were adorable.
Yeah,
they were all super cute.
It was very cute.
I had so much fun with this one. It's been a long time since I've done the first signature series, the Dig Deeper. I remember it was in the 70s, I guess, and it says a local politician was killed. I just remember the fact that you actually had to like deal with a library in that one, and that's what the On Tears database was the library. But I mean, I think I still have it.
Have to use like the Dewey Decimal System.
I think so, but I do not remember anything about like the case. So I guess I'll just have to redo it, and then I guess I could do a review with that. But yeah, without going further into spoilers or anything, definitely pick this one up. Mike Selinker and Liz Spain and Skylar Woody's made a very delightful and fun and still challenging case. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
This I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8? Yep, that's exactly where I'm at too.
It's better than good.
Yeah.
It's not quite like superb or perfect, but it's better than good. It's pretty great. Yeah, 8. I don't really have any. I think the only thing we were like, why don't we have it, was the paw.
Yeah, I
tokens?
kept mentioning paw tokens. I think that's what these were supposed to be.
Okay,
was just these numbered things because it was only pertaining to this case, so they just didn't need to print off anything.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
Other than that, I had no issues.
Yeah, same. Like, the question is, though, is, like, I don't know, like, the story was fun, but I don't know if I would, like, go back to it. You know? Like, the other one, the Dig Deeper, I'm thinking back, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I could redo that one. Well, maybe. This one's cute. Like...
It definitely feels like us as adults, we couldn't do this. Like, if you had kids, you probably could run this a few times.
Sure.
Because they'll forget, more than likely.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hell, as an adult, I played the Dig Deeper one last year, and I'm just like, I don't remember. I don't remember anything about it. Actually, now that I keep saying the name, I think some of it is starting to come back to me. But I don't remember. I don't remember most of it. Anyway, I'm going to give this one an 8 as well. Very delightful, cute twist on things. I hope they just keep doing more. I know as the Detective Modern Crime, they did that, like I said, the Season 1 box. That wording alone just means that they're probably going to do more seasons. They have an expansion, LA Crimes, that I haven't even touched. Yeah, as long as they just keep doing signature series and extra content, I love it. I love this game. So, that's our thoughts on Petty Officers. Let us know what you think of the case in the comments below. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.